Formula One tried to fix the Monaco Grand Prix, and they somehow ended up making it even worse. Here's what happened. Formula One mandated that during the 2025 Monaco Grand Prix, all drivers must use 3 sets of tires. This effectively turned the race into a mandatory 2 pit stop minimum race from what was a 1 pit stop minimum race, which F1 was hoping would introduce enough strategy and chaos to turn what has become a glorified driver's parade back into a race. Did it work? Absolutely not. It actually made things worse. The solution did nothing to address the number one underlying problem with Monaco, which is that there is just nowhere to reasonably attempt an overtake unless the driver in front of you makes a mistake. Because of that, this solution actually introduced a new problem: F1 teams having their further back driver drive intentionally slowly to create a roadblock that would allow their further ahead driver to build a gap and get their pit stops in without losing track position. This strategy, while super lame, is also extremely smart and legal under the current guidelines, so shout out to VCarb and Williams for exploiting it at the expense of all of our enjoyment and George Russell's sanity. Sky Sports commentator and gridwalk aficionado Martin Brundle said it best when he said that the mandatory 2-stop is bad because it turned the focus from racing to pit stops, and we definitely need a new solution to try out for next season because I cannot bear to watch another race that's just Liam Lawson and Alex Albon with a zillion cars bunched up behind them and George Russell having a conniption for an hour and a half. All that being said, here are the biggest results from the boring Monaco Grand Prix. Lando Norris won the Monaco Grand Prix for his second win of the season. That puts him just 3 points behind World Drivers' Championship leader Oscar Piastri, who finished P3, behind hometown hero Charles Leclerc, who had an impressive P2 result. Max Verstappen finished P4 ahead of Lewis Hamilton in P5. Isaac Hadjar had the best result of his career that took him into the top 10 of the Drivers' Championship standings by finishing an impressive P6, thanks to some help from his teammate Liam Lawson, who finished P8, with Haas's Esteban Ocon finishing between the pair in what was another impressive Monaco performance from the Frenchman. This impressive performance from VCarb has catapulted them ahead of Aston Martin in the Constructors' Championship. To close out the points, Alex Albon finished P9 and Carlos Sainz finished P10, thanks to that strategy that I mentioned earlier. And you may have noticed that I did not mention Mercedes at all here. That's because they had maybe the worst race strategy I've ever seen. If they even had a strategy, which I'm not very clear on because it didn't look like they did, they looked terrible. Sorry, Mercedes fans.